Hello everyone, and welcome back to Miyazaki March, April-ish. Well, it was probably a bit naive and optimistic of me to think I could cover all of his movies in 1 month. This was supposed to just be my version of this December, where I just shortly go over each and every one of his movies, but his movies are so good, and apparently I don't know how to shut up. That's not anything new. But okay, we'll continue regardless. And by God, now we are getting there. Now we are hitting the big guns. This time, Princess Mononoke. Okay guys, listen, before we go into this movie, and I already said this in my last video, but I'm going to say it again anyway, you might as well go watch the animated heroine's top 25 list of her favorite animated movies of all time, where this movie took the number 3 spot. And she pretty much said everything I wanted to say, except she has a better vocabulary and a better language, so you might as well go watch that video. But I said I was going to cover all of Miyazaki's works, and I'm going to do it, damn it. So I'm going to try and see if I have anything new to put on the table. Let's go. Ishitaka is the prince of a remote village, so remote that very few people even know it's there, and no strangers is allowed in, thus it is really removed from the entire world and its conflicts. The one day they get attacked by a big boar god turned into a demon. To save one of the children of the village, Ishitaka throws himself into the fight and defeats the demon boar. But the price is that he gets cursed himself. And this curse now slowly eats away inside of him, turning him into a demon, as well with massive powers, but turning him away from reason and away from being a human, and will eventually kill him, so that's not very good. To rid himself of this curse, Ishitaka must leave his village and search out the forest of the great deer god. And he does that, only to wander right into a big war going on between the forest of the great deer god and the big iron city, which is only trying to get by in an extremely hostile world where everyone is trying to kill each other. In the center of this conflict there are 2 women who constantly try to kill each other. Bushida, who fights for the Iron Village and the people in it, and San, or Princess Mononoke, whatever you want to call her. The movie actually calls her San, a girl who was adopted by the wolf gods and now fights for the forest. And Ishitaka finds himself as being the only neutral person in this war of sheer madness. Thus he constantly gets accused for being the enemy by both sides, and finds himself the sole person able to see reason in anything. My God, this movie. There is so much stuff going on in this movie. After so many small, quiet-scaled movies, this is really where Miyazaki chose to go big again. As in, really big. Somebody in the comment section called this Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind Take 2 with 10+ years in experience. And yes, I see where that person is coming from. This is a movie with big ideas and lots of ambitions. Like Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, this movie also explores some very large concepts, such as the aspects of war, the price of war, industry versus nature, and feminism, all put down in a big melting pot. Really big subjects that are so difficult to tackle on their own in isolation, and yet this movie never stumbles. It has big ambitions, but also achieves those enormous ambitions perfectly. The movie's strong point, though, is that we see things through Ishitaka's eyes, the guy who doesn't take a side. His viewpoint is neutral. He doesn't pick a side, thus the movie never picks a side. Bushido is not an evil person. She's merely a woman who took it upon herself to build a better life for the people around her in an extremely hostile world, no matter where you go. And she's willing to do anything to see the people under her protection being safe. As it happens though, that means they have to destroy the forest and the forest spirit who lives in that forest, which of course makes them very angry. And then they attack the humans who really has nowhere else to go. Both sides seem to be in the right and both sides seem to be in the complete wrong. Neither of the sides are the shining lighting hero and neither of the sides is the big bad evil villain. Which is a very prudent message for such a movie and just goes to showcase the result of each side's actions. Without praising either of them, without damning either of them, just showing what happens and what the prize would logically be. The animation is of course gorgeous. The music, I spent my entire last video talking about the composer of these movies. Of course it's amazing, what did you think? This movie is its own very big, very unique experience. It's not a funny movie. And I would probably have to say, keep the youngest kids away from it for now, as many of the themes and images are very disturbing indeed. Which is the point of them. Animation doesn't have to be light-hearted for children, you can do this too, and it's amazing. We are watching the war of these two people collide in a way that changes their world. As the war is over, the deer god is no more. He is sort of alive, but not in the same way. And it isn't his forest anymore, it's something else entirely. That was the result of their fights, and it has untold consequences neither of them was thinking about while they fought. It's a movie that more than deserves to be watched, experienced and talked about. It's a very special movie in so many ways and a highlight for Studio Ghibli. I can't recommend it enough. It is a must-see. I did it! I managed to make a kind of shorter video trying to say some new stuff or whatever. I'll try to get these videos out a bit faster. I've just been I've been preoccupied with well, a game which kind of took up all of my time. Blame Chris Brooks. Seriously. But we'll continue. We'll continue, and next time, oh god, we're getting there, aren't we? The next become Spirited Away.
The agony booth is a most effective means of discipline.